Swolenormous going back east. He's still monitoring 115? Copy that. 115 is still on him. He's gaining size, going northbound towards Marina 115. I see his arms. This guy's jacked. How many occupants in the vehicle? It's just one, but it looks like 3. His suspension is looking shaky. Calling all units. The Swolenormous is at it again. Driving while gaining.
Welcome to Driving While Gaining. I want to talk to you a little bit about who to trust in fitness. That's a great question that was posed to me, and I decided to turn into a DWG. Who do you trust? How do you trust someone in the industry? How do you trust someone to be guiding you in the right direction? How do you trust, or how do you know who to trust? Where do you find this information? And it's really a good question. And it's really going to be a pretty terrible answer. You got to trust yourself. And I always talk about self-awareness, but you have to do your research. And I know that this question is posed based on, it's based on, where do I look? Where do I look for good information? And there's everywhere. There's so much good information everywhere. And a lot of it's within. Stop looking outside. Stop looking for help. Stop looking for someone to tell you what to do. You got to do your own research. Half the shit that I know, probably 90% of the shit that I know is because I tried. Because I dug through the shit. I dug through the scum in this world, and I figured out what works and what didn't. If you find someone, let's say, that's recommending that you do intermittent fasting, they're like, intermittent fasting is the best thing in the world. You can't find anything better than intermittent fasting. Everyone and their mother, sister, preacher, brother, cousin should be doing intermittent fasting. Well, that's all well and good, but how does that apply to you? I mean, that might be true for them, and they might love intermittent fasting, so they go running their mouth. See, for me, on the other hand, I'll tell you about intermittent fasting, but I'll still say you got to try it and see if it works. I mean, I could say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, which is fucking delicious, by the way. Man, I love some bread. Holy crap, I'm hungry as hell right now. I'm doing intermittent fasting, kind of. And in retrospect, man, talking about that today is not a good topic because I am hungry as fuck. So, in other words, it's good advice if you take it. Advice is only good advice if you take it, but you can cross-check. Do your own research. There's great online resources. If someone's bouncing stuff off of you and they're talking about, this is science behind X, Y, and Z, you could check out PubMed, PUBMED, and that is an online public resource where they post all tons and tons and tons and tons of scientific articles. Now, it's a skill. It's a skill in itself to be able to read a scientific article. But the information is out there. If someone references a study, then go on PubMed and check it out and see if it works, see if it sticks, see if it's true. See if you find research that backs it. See if you find research that supports this person's claims. And it's very sketchy. It's very delicate situation recommending something based on a PubMed article, because it depends on who sponsored it. So there's information out there. And I'm not even going to say you can trust me. I'm not even going to say you can trust me. You can trust my honesty. I'll tell you things honestly. If I honestly, truly, to the core, believe that something is really good and great, I will tell you that. But understand that's still my opinion. Nothing that I can tell you for sure works for you. Nothing that I can tell you for sure. I can tell you, wow, sweet potatoes are great, great, great. And then in 5 years, they find out that sweet potatoes cause cancer. It's like, oh, shit, sorry for recommending that, but I eat them. I'm telling you what I do. That's what I would recommend to someone because that's what I do and that's what I've personally found that works. So I read a lot of information, and when I was starting to get big or starting to get in shape, a lot of people talk about brown rice and brown rice, this and the other. I don't like brown rice. I mean, I like the taste. I prefer white rice. So if I'm going to eat rice, I eat white rice because I don't feel like brown rice does anything. I don't feel like it breaks down my body. I don't feel like a good pump. I don't have a good sense. I don't have a good reaction. Deep within, I don't feel like brown rice really does it for me. So that's my opinion. So do your research, check it out. Who to trust? You could trust me for honesty and my integrity for what I'm telling you, but still fact check me. Don't take my word for it. Don't just go by what I say. Do your research, test it on yourself. It's not like I'm telling you to take steroids. If I tell you, hey, try sweet potatoes, it's not going to kill you. I'm not going to, don't eat bread and gluten stuff if you have celiacs. That's foolish. Or if you have a known allergy, don't try a diet that has things that you're allergic to. But try things. Try things, experiment, do your research, cross-check, look at the source, look at the bias, maybe the reason behind that source, and then formulate your own opinions. Boom, driving while gaining. Fucking do your research. Do I have to do everything for you? Do I have to do everything? Maybe I do. Maybe that's why you want to follow me. Cool. Doesn't mean you're not going to have to work hard. Shit, nothing was handed to me. Think these gains were free? And they ain't loyal either. I got to keep on feeding them gains. I got to keep on working them. Fucking gains. Disloyal sons of bitches.